It's 11:02 a.m. This session is being recorded. Welcome everybody, good morning. My name is P.N. Saksena. I'm the Dean of the College of Business. It is wonderful to have all of you joining us today. We are simply the best college of business in the world. I get paid to be slightly biased, and I am, but I can stand behind why I make a claim like that. And let me start with a brief presentation to help you see why we are such an awesome college of business. So an awesome or awesomest college of business is who we are. How can I say that? One, because quality matters and our programs are accredited by the best in class. So when you look at AACSB, the Association to Advance Collegiate Schools of Business, only 5% of colleges of business across the world are accredited by AACSB. And we have been accredited since 1979. Our computer science degree is accredited. Healthcare management is the only certified undergraduate healthcare administration program in South Carolina. So quality matters, and you are part of a quality program at this point. Our mission is quite clear. It's to deliver a transformative education. That is why we exist. We want to transform your lives in partnership with you. So that's the theme that I want you to keep in mind, the word partnership, because that is what we are starting today. We have 8 transformative principles. And what I'll do next is talk briefly about a few of them and give you examples as to how we are transforming lives. Student success, that is the reason we exist. And what we do, one quick example as to how we help students be successful is we actually take students to competitions. And you're competing against universities from across the country. So 3 quick examples on the screen where faculty took students to competitions where our students did exceedingly well. Professional development. We are partnering with your future employers to give you networking opportunities. So we have a mock interview day as one example where we have community and business leaders coming in and actually engaging with you in a mock interview. We also provide an opportunity for students to participate in a reverse career fair. A reverse career fair is where you are presenting your skills and your strengths to leaders and to hiring managers. So 2 quick examples of professional development. We believe in innovative programs. We have a number of opportunities for students to partner with us and to earn stackable credentials. What you see on the screen are just a few examples of the stackable credentials that you can earn. You have to step up. We'll help you get there. But recognize every stackable credential you add to your portfolio, that strengthens your case and your resume, and it makes it that much easier for you to get a job and have a career. So please work with us and earn these credentials. We have scanned the marketplace and we found degrees, certificates that are in demand. So we offer innovative programs. Again, we are getting you ready for the real world. We want you to be career-ready graduates. And when you partner with us, you will find that you have all the skills you need to be successful in your career. Experiential learning, this is probably the most fun. A few examples in front of you. A trip to Costa Rica that happened, another one to Belgium, Germany. You can travel abroad. You can participate and make a difference in local organizations. So experiential learning is what it is all about. And we will help you, again, in partnership with you, with experiential learning opportunities. We have regional partnerships. What you see on the screen are just a few examples of companies where our students do internships and get a job, which turns into a career. There are many, many slides that we could have for this one instance, but a lot of partnerships to benefit you. One quick example, Carroll Financial, they stepped up, they helped our students manage, helped manage $1 million in a life portfolio. And Chris Carroll, who runs Carroll Financial, turned around and gave $45,000 to benefit the students. So we have a lot of partnerships that will help you be successful if you take on the mantle of being an equal partner with us. So that's the word, the theme that I love. It's a partnership, and that is our relationship. If we were together, so it's typically when I like to play hangman, I don't want you to forget this word, because that is what we are engaging in starting today. It is a partnership, and we expect to hear from you, and we will do our job to make you successful. Now, this is a strange time, and that's why we are meeting in a virtual environment as opposed to doing it in person. So the first order of business where you have to step up, because we are doing the same thing, is given COVID-19, you have to wear a mask. There is not a choice. When you're on campus, when you're in buildings, when you're in the classroom, you need to have to wear a mask. You practice good hygiene, that is a requirement. And let's maintain 6 feet of social distancing. If you're following the news, we are seeing example after example of universities that are opening up, and students quite simply are not following these rules. Now, it's a minority of students, but we want, because we love, it's a beautiful campus. We are in the business of providing education face-to-face. We want you to follow these guidelines. We are following these guidelines. We want you to come back starting September 8th and have a wonderful experience in and on campus. But this comes first. You have to follow these simple rules. Now, once you're following them, what makes for a successful partnership? Well, number one, you have to be punctual. And just because classes are starting in a virtual environment, that does not mean that punctuality goes out the window. You still have to be punctual. You check in starting tomorrow. Your classes start tomorrow. You check in. What do I need to do? By when do I need to do it? Is it a synchronous online class? Is it a session which I have to attend from a certain time to a certain time? So punctuality remains, whether it's a virtual environment or a face-to-face environment. What comes next? You have to be prepared. Simply showing up without being prepared is not going to lead to success. One analogy I like to give is, think about you're sitting at the airport. It will happen again. You have a flight to take. The pilots are not punctual. They show up and they're not prepared. Oh, they didn't expect to be flying this kind of aircraft. It was some other aircraft they thought about. How excited would you be? How satisfied would you be? You would not be satisfied. So you have to be punctual. You have to be prepared. You have to participate. That's the process of learning. It is not a one-way street. So participate, ask questions, be a part of your educational journey, because those are the ones that are most successful. And then the last P that I will share is you have to be proactive. So we already had a question about cultural events. That's great. We've had questions about classes not showing up. That's great. Be proactive. Let's take care of these issues. Let's reach out and let's get answers. Be proactive. There are many college, there are many campus organizations at the university. Join one, join two, join five. If you don't find an organization that appeals to you, start an organization. That's being proactive. Reaching out to faculty, that's being proactive. So take every step you can to be proactive and to be successful in this journey. So one quick reminder as I wrap up my presentation: the goal, the mission, the reason we exist at this quality institution, the College of Business Administration at Winthrop University, is to transform your lives. That's why we are in business, and that's what makes us most successful. Thank you for your time. We're not done yet, so don't leave. All right, next I'd like to start by doing some introductions. So the first group whom I'd like to introduce, and so if everybody else would turn off their camera, please, except the Dean's Office staff, I would appreciate it. So that way, select individuals will show up on your screen and you'll get to see them. So I will invite my 3 colleagues in the Dean's Office to turn on their camera. I don't see Ms. Biggerstaff. She might be having some technology issues. There's Miss Ann Biggerstaff, who you don't see, at least I don't see on my screen. Okay. Miss Chris Holloman, who's also part of the Dean's staff, and Miss Nancy Johnson. So when you come to Suite 200 in Thurman Hall, you will see one, two, or all four of us. And we enjoy seeing students, all of you. So please stop on by and let us know how we can help you. Thank you all so much. Next, what I'm going to do is recognize the Chair of Accounting, Finance, and Economics, Dr. Lou Pantusco, for him to introduce his department.
Hi, everyone. I'm the chair of the Accounting, Finance, and Economics Department. So the AFE faculty can turn on their cameras. We can introduce you guys. I'm just going to tell you a little bit about each of the concentrations and then just introduce the faculty. So we'll start with accounting. Accounting is one of the largest concentrations in the College of Business. The accounting faculty have a proven record of preparing their students for career paths in both public and corporate accounting. And they recently revamped their curriculum to include some accounting analytics so that they can make their students more marketable in the business place. Accounting also has opportunities for scholarships through the AMPD program and through the BNA scholarships. So we have a wonderful accounting staff. So I'll start with Antonio Burbrick, and she could wave her hand, and she teaches. I think Professor Burbrick is going to have more students than probably anybody else in the College of Business this semester. She's has accounting 280, financial accounting. There's about 35, 40 people in each of her classes. She also teaches auditing this semester as well, so she'll be busy. Debbie Bloom is another faculty member who's just starting with us. I'm not sure I see her picture up here. But Debbie is going to be teaching intermediate accounting, internal auditing, intro to tax, and advanced financial accounting. So she has a variety of courses. Dr. Adriana Cordes is Dr. Cordes is going to be teaching financial accounting, cost accounting, and accounting analytics, which she's been working hard on the whole summer. So she'll be ready for that. Dr. Jane Moss will be working from home this semester, but she will be teaching managerial accounting, intermediate accounting, and advanced accounting. Dr. Charles Randall. Dr. Randall will be doing managerial accounting, intermediate 2, and our accounting class for the graduate students. So that's our accounting faculty, and move on to the finance faculty. Our finance program is one of the best in the Carolinas. We have 2 primary tracks, one in corporate finance and the other one is in personal financial planning. So our financial planning program is nationally ranked, and all the financial students will be taking their classes with state-of-the-art labs. We have state-of-the-art software, and it's used by financial companies across the globe. So once you're done with those courses, you're going to be prepared for occupations in any area of finance. We also have the student managed investment fund that PN mentioned, that where we get $1 million of real money to invest, and the students can learn how to invest that money. And also that money goes to, the profits from that will go back to the students in a variety of ways in College of Business. So, and just one more thing, they're just a wonderful placement rate with the financial students who graduate. The first professor is Dr. Jimmy Chang, and Dr. Chang is going to be teaching investments and risk and insurance, and he's also teaching a graduate course in finance. The next professor is Dr. Philip Gibson, and Dr. Gibson is the director of the financial planning program, and this summer was recognized for being one of the top financial planning young, I can't think it was like under 40 or something, awards. So he's nationally recognized as well. And he's going to be teaching principles of finance and financial planning. The next one is Professor Dr. Shirley Shen, and she is going to be teaching principles of finance and banking and financial services. And that's, and then the next faculty member in that department is Dr. Gang Wang, and he also teaches in the area of economics, so he's a segue for the econ faculty members, but he teaches graduate finance and economics. The economics department in economics, we offer a BS and a BA, where the BS students will take more of the core college business courses, and the BA will have an opportunity to take courses from across the campus. Different minors that are offered anywhere on the campus can be taken in conjunction with the economics courses to get a BA and econ and a minor and anything else. Our faculty are active researchers and very, very engaged teachers. So we'll start with Dr. Willis Lewis. So Dr. Lewis is, he's going to be teaching international and principles of macro. And Dr. Lewis will only be here for the fall semester because he's going to be, in the spring semester, he's going to be on sabbatical. Dr. Nick Molman, he teaches microeconomics, the introduction to the political economy, and the poverty courses, and teaches intermediate micro as well. Dr. Danko Tarabar, he is teaching micro and macro and developmental and econometrics, and about to have a baby soon. So, well, not him, but his wife is about to have a baby soon, so he'll have a busy semester. And that's it. And I'm the final one. I teach money and banking, and I teach principles of micro this semester. And so with that, I'm going to leave it to Steve Danley, who is the chair of computer science and quantitative methods.
Good morning to all the students. Hope everybody is doing well. If all of the computer science and quantitative methods people could turn, yeah, looks like they're all popping up here, good. I'm gonna go in alphabetical order of introducing our faculty. The computer science and quantitative methods department manages several different degrees. We do the computer information systems option of the business degree. We also have a Bachelor of Science in Computer Science. There's a digital information design degree. In the pipeline is a degree for folks that have an associate's degree in programming, and a year from now we'll be starting a cybersecurity degree program. So lots of different degree programs supported by the people that I'm about to go through here. Dr. Andrew Besmer, there he is waving. He is our cybersecurity expert, and it looks like he is downstairs in the first floor getting all the equipment ready to go for this semester. Again, he's our cybersecurity expert. Many of you business students will see him this semester in Computer Science 101, and all of you computing majors will see him when you're a junior. Dr. Marguerite Doman, there she is, waving. Looks like she's in her kitchen or something at home. Dr. Doman is our operating systems expert and networking. So you computing majors will see her when you're a junior or senior in those courses. If you're a computing major, you're either going to see her this semester or next semester in one of your first programming courses. Dr. Edie DeLay, looks like she's in her office right down the hall from me. Could probably yell at her from here, but we're social distancing here. Dr. Edie DeLay wears a lot of different hats in the College of Business, but most of you students, computing and business students both, will probably have statistics with her, business statistics with her. Dr. Chlotia Garrison is, looks like she's in her home office. She and I have a lot of meetings. I get to see that backdrop all the time. Anyway, Dr. Chlotia Garrison is Associate Dean for the College of Business, and she runs the senior projects courses for the computing majors. Professor Maureen Hahn, she was here a second ago, there she is. She is sort of new to Winthrop. She's new to Winthrop in that she is now a full-time assistant professor. She has taught part-time for us in the past, but now she's going to be teaching a couple of different statistics courses, so many of you will see her as well. Professor Richard Ilson, There he is with his tipping his hat. Professor Ilson, if you are a business student, you probably have Computer Science 101 this semester, maybe next semester, and you'll be taking some different labs, and the Excel access, those sorts of 101 labs are managed by Professor Ilson. If you're a computing major, the toughest course that you will take, actually the two toughest courses that you will take, are done by Professor Ilson. That's not him being mean, that's just the nature of the material that he teaches. Dr. Anna Romanova, is she here? I don't see her, but she is our healthcare research expert, very relevant topic these days. And she teaches mostly graduate statistics courses, but some of you undergraduates may have a statistics course with her as well. Professor Michael Whitney, with his lovely view out the window. I enjoy meetings with him because I can watch the squirrels on the bird feeder right there. Anyway, Dr. Michael Whitney is director of the Digital Information Design Program. Many of you computing majors will have Computer Science 151 with him this semester, as in lots of you will have it. And Dr. Paul Wiegand is also just a few feet away from me here in his office. Dr. Wiegand is both new to Winthrop and not new to Winthrop. He is new to Winthrop and that I guess he just started on the payroll a couple of days ago, but he is not new to Winthrop because he graduated from Winthrop a few years ago. And we'll just leave it at that. So a few years ago, he graduated as an undergraduate from Winthrop. Since then, he's gotten a PhD. He's run supercomputer centers. He's an expert in computer graphics and artificial intelligence. He'll be teaching some of those courses, as well as a few sections of Computer Science 101 this semester. So that is the faculty for the Department of Computer Science and Quantitative Methods. If you guys will click off your cameras, and we'll turn it over to Dr. Keith Robbins and the Department of Management and Marketing.
Thank you, Steve. I'm going to introduce the faculty of the Management and Marketing and More department. The more would be entrepreneurship, healthcare management, human resource management, international business, as well as management and marketing. So I'm not doing it alphabetically. I'm not sure I know how to do that. So I'm going to do it based on who I see. Dr. Stephanie Lawson is a professor of marketing. She teaches a range of marketing courses. Most recently, her new addition is a business analytics course that has become part of that concentration. Next, I see Dr. Joanna Jackson, who is in her second year. She is a professor of healthcare management. She is teaching one section of the Intro BADM 180, which probably has ensnared at least a few of you attendees this morning. Next to her on my screen is Dr. Michael Matthews, her colleague in healthcare management. Dr. Matthews teaches the senior seminar, which he oversees the internships. Healthcare management is one of the two concentrations that requires an internship, and that healthcare management internship is lockstep between junior and senior year, and Dr. Matthews rides herd over those internships and then oversees you in your final semester. A very strong program. Ms. Celeste Tiller, who is next to Dr. Matthews. Celeste is our Director of External Affairs, and she is your go-to person to initiate the internship process, which we will be impressing upon you the importance of over the next couple of years so that you're ready to roll when you're a junior. Not to say that you can't do some internships and stuff before that, but Ms. Tiller has got a lot of irons in the fire and is you will see her in a number of capacities. She teaches a section of also of BADM 180. Is that right, Celeste, or is it business communication? Rats of business communication, management 365. Next to her is Dr. Malika Klimchak, professor of human resource management, one of the concentrations in the college. Dr. Klimchak teaches a couple of principles courses, on occasion, but primarily she teaches the upper level human resource management courses. She is the faculty advisor to the student chapter of the Society for Human Resource Management. And one of the things that all of us would urge you to do would be to become involved and join at least one student organization during your first semester. You know, get engaged from the get-go. And there are a number of organizations, but that one just seemed to pop out at me. Next, I see Ms. Terry Guidry. Terry teaches all of the sections of Management 220. That's another course that probably a number of you are going to be officially starting tomorrow. Yeah, she has been with us for a number of years. She sort of worked her way into the faculty position. She was our data management specialist for a number of years. And we've watched her continue to pursue her education, and now she is a colleague, and we're damn glad to have her. Next to her is Dr. Melissa Karsten, who is also professor of human resource management, also teaches leadership. Most of her doctoral studies were in the area of leadership. So in the management major, we have a leadership course that she teaches, and the MBA courses in leadership as well. The third and final hardcore HR person is next to her. That's Dr. Tracy Griggs. She's gone from her fixed smile to a live person now on her thumbnail. Dr. Griggs is human resource management and organizational behavior. She does teach the organizational behavior and a principles of management course, which some of you could be seeing also pretty soon. Dr. Alex Perry is our honcho of international business. He is a highly, a very prestigiously degreed international business person. He joined us 3 or 4 years ago and has worked wonders with that concentration. He is certainly always recruiting for that concentration. So if you happen to be taking international business 200, what is it? Is it management or international business 200, which is intro to international business? I think it's just a management course, right? Yeah, management 200. I have a lot of courses in case you think I'm senile here, you know. There are a lot of courses to keep track of, but Dr. Perry has done a great job with that major. So if you're interested in international business, you need to talk to him. Next to Dr. Perry, I see Dr. Barbara Burgess Wilkerson. Dr. Wilkerson wears a couple of hats. She is the matriarch of our student professional development program, and you will become involved in that very soon. It's what you might think of as extracurricular, but it's something we invest a lot of energy into, and that is developing your emotional intelligence, your poise, your ability to sell yourself. We know you're good by the time you get out of here, but we want to make sure that you know how good you really are, and you're able to maximize that in the workplace. So mock interviews, you'll get beat up a lot while you're here, but it's tough love. You know, we're working to polish you into a gem in the interview room. And Dr. Burgess Wilkerson also teaches business communication. So Management 365. Some of you may see her. Okay, Dr. Hemant Patwardhan, second marketing person that we've had here. Dr. Patwardhan teaches promotions and principles of management. He has taught other courses in the past, but right now I believe those are the two that you'll see him in this semester. He's a veteran. I didn't say, but I just can't help it. This is the best department, not in the College of Business, at Winthrop University by most any demonstrable measure. If you objectively look at the number of winners on this faculty of the most prestigious awards that Winthrop has campus-wide, they are on your, well, they're not all on your screen right now, but they're all a member of the management and marketing department. There are, highly decorated, and you'll understand why very shortly. So that brief interruption, let me move on then. Next to Dr. Potwarden is Dr. Stephen Frankporter, who is Associate Dean in the College of Business. But before that was Professor of Management. He teaches Management 480, which is sort of at the end of your journey. You folks, Management 480 is a capstone course. That means you take it on your way out the door, which is, it's great to be able to see you early on, but it's nice to be able to see you as you're as near a finished product as we're ever going to make you. Next to Dr. Frankporter is Professor Larry Stevens. Professor Stevens teaches the BADM 180 class. He teaches Management 321. He teaches entrepreneurship. He is most closely affiliated with entrepreneurship because he was director of the Small Business Development Center in his past life, and continues to work with that group on occasion. But if you have questions about entrepreneurship and the entrepreneurship concentration, Professor Stevens would be your go-to person. Next to Professor Stevens is Jane Thomas. Dr. Thomas is a professor of marketing, consumer behavior, principles of management. She is teaching a new project, a new research course in the fall. Most of you are not quite at that level yet. But she has done a lot of projects with businesses in the community. So that's one of the harbingers of best practices, is that we engage you in real solutions for businesses in the area. And the businesses are more than willing, really grateful to take you on and allow you kind of access to what's going on in their shop so that you can help them solve some of their real problems. And that's win-win for all of us. So I'm not going to attempt to introduce the folks that are not present. The two that I can think of right off the top of my head are Kara Peters. Her daughter is having a similar session to what we're doing right now for Massachusetts Institute of Technology, where her daughter is enrolling. And Max Ostinelli, I don't see Max's name. Max is professor of marketing also. And I don't see Kent Miller, who is our rookie. He is professor of business law. He teaches all the sections of BADM 250, which many of you are probably taking this semester as well. There you have it. Okay. Now I get to, and you're probably already tired of me, but now I get to talk to you a little bit longer. We would call this maybe a pep talk. This is the way of the world as of August of 2020. But I want to welcome all of you to the Winthrop student body. Hopefully we'll be able to welcome you to Winthrop in a couple of weeks. I promise to keep what I have to say to you brief. I know I'm standing between you and lunch, but this session, you should note, is really your first official academic assemblage in the College of Business Administration at Winthrop University. We can't wait to get to know you over the next 4, 5, maybe 6 years, however long it takes to secure that Winthrop diploma. And we are committed to making you succeed. I'm Keith Robbins, as I said, chair of the Management and Marketing Department. I'm a product of the South Carolina public education system. I'm from Greenville, South Carolina. I'm sure some of you are from there. Well, really, Taylor, South Carolina, a suburb of Greenville, right? I went to Lake Forest Elementary School, Northwood Middle School, and Eastside High School. Got to have some Eastside High Eagles out there. My undergrad and master's degrees from Clemson University. And I got my PhD, that's why you call us doctor, that PhD thing, from the University of South Carolina. When I entered Clemson, Winthrop was all women. So my first visit to Winthrop, this might be TMI, my first visit to Winthrop was election day 1976. Don't do that math. The day Jimmy Carter was elected president. And you may think, well, how'd you vote? if you're traipsing from Clemson up to Rock Hill, South Carolina? Well, I know some of my colleagues know. There's an easy answer to that. The voting age was 21 and the drinking age was 18, even in Rock Hill. See the 26th Amendment to the Constitution of the United States. It's a shame that they're now uncoupled, right? I mean, as you'll find, voting these days can surely drive you to drink. But I digress. I remember sitting in my freshman assembly at Clemson, and the speaker, crotchety old professor, probably 60-something years old, told us, look at the person to your right and look at the person to your left. Well, you can't do that, but if you could. And he said, only one of you will graduate. And that was it for the motivational speech. Good old fear is punishment, right? That's the motivation, fear of failure. So at the time, at Clemson, 1 in 3 freshmen would ever graduate from Clemson University. We call that attainment. And a related metric is retention, which is how many of you continue semester to semester, year to year. It went through, in the College of Business, we have an attainment of 57%. 57% of you, if you are a continuation of the past, would receive your degree within 6 years. We have a fall-to-fall retention of 66%. And I don't tell you this to scare you, because we're not happy about this. We want this to improve, and you can help us do it. We want you to succeed. We're all here to help you succeed. We are enablers of your success. The dean, the dean's staff, the faculty, every one of us are in the student services. We are all committed to your success. And you would be amazed at the lengths to which we will go to make that happen. But it's a two-way partnership, and we have expectations of you that will allow us to radically increase our attainment metric, our percentage of you who graduate within 6 years. So please help us accomplish that. Take a look at the thumbnail faces on your device. You know, you see all these people, not the faculty members necessarily, but all of your soon-to-be colleagues. And according to Georgia Tech, if there are 100 of you in this session, there's a 98% chance that at least one of you is COVID-19 positive. According to Facebook Data Sciences, 28% of married college graduates met their spouse at their college. So overwhelmingly, the odds are that some of you are sharing this Zoom with your future spouse or partner that you've never met until now. You may want to take a screenshot for posterity. You know, it's kind of your first date. You can thank me later for being the matchmaker. All right, if you've tuned out, it's time to reawaken. Classes start tomorrow online. It's time for you to bring it. Here's what you need to know before then. For each class, and the dean alluded to this earlier, is it synchronous or asynchronous online? There's a big difference. If you see a time on Wingspan, if you see a time slot on there, that means it's good synchronous. That means that the professor may be holding live sessions during those periods of time. So you need to keep your dance card clean during those periods of time. If it is asynchronous, if it's asynchronous online, there will be no class time listed. And of course, it will always have in the notations, it'll say whether it's online or not, but that's an indicator right there. If it's asynchronous, then you don't have specific have to be in session times. Typically what those faculty do, and I'm one of them, is release modules of work, maybe on a weekly basis. On a Sunday night, that module will open and you'll know what's in front of you for the coming week. So your assignment for today, I know you've got a busy day, but before the end of the day, go to Blackboard, find your course syllabus for each of your courses. Determine whether the course is online for the semester And whether it's synchronous or asynchronous, order your textbooks if you haven't already. Check the assignments and due dates for your first class or your first week. And if you have any trouble at all finding your course on Blackboard, you email your email me, email your professor immediately. You need to get after it and you need to get ahead, and that needs to start today. When and if we return to in-seat classes, we need your cooperation. We need it between now and then too, but once we return, you gotta wear your masks everywhere on campus, even in your seats, in class. This is deadly serious if you want to have campus life this semester. We don't want to do it this way. I promise you. We started out with a preponderance of our courses in seat, and we've had to migrate based on your demand for online sessions. And I understand perfectly that your parents are frightened of the prospect of in-seat classes with things going the way they have been going. But we want to be in the classroom. You keep your distance under all circumstances. Arrive early for classes. Follow directions for entry. There's going to be signage. There's going to be directional arrows. There are going to be footprints for spacing. Pay attention to all that. Avoid elevators if at all possible. If you use them, note the socially distanced capacity limitations. And it's like 2, right? So if you're counting on riding an elevator, you need to get there really, really early. Please don't move our desks in the classrooms. These are deliberately placed to maximize safe socially distanced capacity. That you cannot start sliding desks around in those classrooms. I don't know if we've nailed them all. I'm sure we haven't, but please leave them where they are. You're gonna have to help. This is a new one in the student job description. You're gonna have to help us clean the classrooms. We'll have supplies and we'll need your assistance to sanitize the classroom prior to each class sessions. So we're going to do that between classes. So maybe you can put that on your resume too, some custodial training. And finally, some specific recommendations that I probably would have gotten to a lot earlier if this were a normal semester. Go to class, engage in the sessions. Bring it, be there. Get to know your professors. It may come as a shock to you, but we're real people, real interests, hobbies, connections. We like students. We might be useful when it comes to internships and job recommendations too. Learn a second language. Work as a volunteer at a charitable or not-for-profit organization. It puts a halo on that resume. On you. Go to class. Put in the work. Did I say that already? It may not be the last time. If you don't know how, learn to swim. My mother never knew how to swim. Some colleges require it. You got to be able to pass the swimming test before you get out. We don't do that, but it's a good thing to know how to do. And learn how to administer CPR while you're at it. You can all learn how to do that at Winthrop University. That's extracurricular, but what a life skill to be able to equip yourself with while you're here. Not going to take a whole lot of time. If it comes down to double major versus campus or community leadership, campus or community leadership. Go to class. Unless you're not feeling well. If you feel a little off, not normal, don't go to class, but engage. Get in touch with that professor. Go get tested. Find out what's up. Back up your files. Don't be afraid to change your major. Join at least one academic or career student organization your first semester. I said this already. Go to class. And as my colleague, Dr. Michael Matthews, told his daughter a couple of weeks ago when she was entering UNC, don't drink the punch. All right. Next time you see me, I want you to be able to recognize me. So this is how you recognize me next time. Be safe. Bring your best stuff to our classes. It's great to meet you. Can't wait to see you live and in person. Now I'm going to hand it over to Associate Dean Dr. Chlotia Garrison. And that's it for me.
Hello. Just want to let you know that Student Services is here to help you as you are engaging and going to class. I don't see her on the screen, but if she's coming. All right, there's Student Services. We have 2 graduate students there with us, and Laura, who's
Sorry.
on. Again, once you come, if you're on Winthrop's campus, you need to wear your mask. If you go to Student Services, wear a mask. So Laura Grove is the program coordinator, and then there are 2 graduate students there also to assist with Student Services. The email that you've used through the summer, studentservices@winthrop.edu, is a resource this semester and throughout your career. We are excited to have you here and just want you to know that we're here and are ready to answer your questions. Have a good semester. Welcome to Winthrop.
Thank you so much. And all my colleagues for wonderful introductions, and Dr. Robbins for wonderful motivational talk for Monday morning. Yes, COVID is here. Masks, masks, masks. Please, if there's one thing you can do is be safe, so all of us are safe. And as I wrap it up, I'm very pleased. We had up to about 210 attendees, and I'd say about 40 are faculty and staff that you see on the screen. So excellent show from students. We feel the excitement. I can tell that you're ready to get going. And the one thing, if you weren't convinced about the best college of business in the world or the best department on Winthrop campus, here's what we're going to give you. We're going to give you a t-shirt that welcomes you to the College of Business. We'll send out an email with some details as to how you can pick it up when you are on campus. But that's it for now. A number of questions have come in. I want to thank my colleagues, especially Vanessa Valdez, for answering many of them. So thank you all to my colleagues. Thank you so much to the students. We are really excited. We cannot wait to see you. We are here to help you. We are in the business of transforming your life. Step up, it'll happen. Have a great semester. Keep in touch. Thank you.
Good luck, guys.
Yeah.